Welcome to the Professor Slots podcast. I'm your host, Dr. John Friedel, but please call me John. I help slots enthusiasts improve their gambling performance with next-level tactics and strategies. Want to accelerate your slots journey, be more profitable, and understand casinos better to take advantage of them? I have over a decade of experience working with slots enthusiasts just like you, so you're in the right place. In case you missed it, on my last episode, I went over my tough love approach for leaving a losing machine and how to decide to stay if it's paying out, plus the Alabama gaming industry. I hope you enjoyed listening to my last episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Today's episode number 171 includes the Alaska gaming industry later in the episode, but I'll begin for you today with, do Players Club cards make you lose? So today we're going to be diving into Players Club cards. Are they worth using? What do you get from them? And what might you be losing? In my Facebook group for Oklahoma slots enthusiasts, Amber asked this question: to use or not to use? That is the question. Does anyone think they lose less when they use their player's card in the machine? Some say they've tried it both ways, using a card and not using a card, and they haven't noticed a difference. Others say they don't use a card and feel they win more without it. That's the two ends of the spectrum in responses. Some comments match my own experiences. I've won over 100 hand pays, all while using a Players Club card. And casino employees have told me that using a card or not using a card doesn't matter. Other members confirm that they've always used their card even when they've gotten significant jackpots, including $5,000 and $10,000 jackpots in one night with the card inserted. How do you feel about Players Club cards? Yay or nay? But some people are convinced that using a loyalty club card matters. How many times have I heard someone tell me that I'd win more if only I'd stop using my card? Lots of times. It's a common statement by wannabe slots experts that adjusting an individual's player's odds on the fly while playing a slot machine is illegal. But I've noticed they can't quote a specific gaming regulation. They say, that's illegal, and leave it at that. With all due respect, if it's illegal, cite your references. You know how the internet works, right? Because I haven't found any such statute after reading all the U.S. gaming regulations. To interpret what's being said by these folks is, that's not how I think slot machines work. Yet they're right, but only coincidentally. I'll go over 4 reasons why using your club card while playing a slot machine doesn't harm your odds of winning. First, there's the legality of it all. Slot machines have a random number generator. Many people misunderstand what role an RNG has with a slot machine, but it's certainly true it has such a component. And this random number generator component adds randomness to a slot machine. Any changes must follow state gaming regulations for commercial casinos or tribal state compacts at tribal casinos. This loose statement is why so many say changing your odds while playing is illegal, because that's how they read that statement. Yet it has large enough loopholes you could drive an armored car vehicle through them. No wonder nobody believes this answer. That's wisdom right there. Well done. Another explanation from those who have studied a slot machine's internal mechanisms assure us that there are no electrical connections between the club card interface and the section of the machine notifying players of any wins. That these two interfaces aren't connected is false, quite obviously. How? Because your reward points displayed in the club card interface update when you make a bet. So there is an electrical connection between these two slot machine sections. At the very least, the club card interface receives an input signal when making a bet. But does the club card interface have an output sent to the bet section? Well, you've already gotten wrong information that there's no connection between them, yet there is, which shoots down the credibility of any such so-called slot expert. Suppose the bet section doesn't receive an electronic signal from the club card interface. In that case, we have a justification for odds not being changed due to your being a known player of the machine as identified by your player's card. And yes, that's a weak argument. We can do better. So let's. Yet another approach, the explanation I most often give, why players' cards don't change the odds of winning during active playing, is to ask a simple question. To what would the casino change those odds? A lot of slots players with this concern have approached me either in person or during live streams, comments, emails, and phone calls, and they all want to know, will using a player's card make me lose? That comment is an extremely one-sided question. Nobody asks, will using a player's card make me win? Because if this issue exists, it must be able to do both. Why? Because the same reason casinos can't give too much in winnings is the same as why they can't take too much player bankroll. Casinos have a target financial performance. and they cannot miss it. So they don't use players' club cards to adjust the odds of any one player's performance. Instead, they adjust the odds of their slot machines using a detailed schedule planned days in advance through entirely legal means. They don't need to do it illegally. In other words, they don't care about you. Sorry, but you're only as special as everyone else. If you read the annual financial reports of the primary slot machine manufacturers provided to the Securities Exchange Commission at sec.gov, these easy-to-read written documents discuss their casino operating system products. When they explain these casino central server systems, one of its features they discuss is how these operating systems act as an accounting system. They go into such detail that they explain that this accounting system is not a real-time analysis. They don't share how delayed a complete accounting analysis is, but it's reasonable to assume several hours. After all, casinos must count table game chips beforehand, and doing so takes significant time. So if using club cards allows the casino to adjust your odds of winning, it will not happen because the casino doesn't know yet what odds they need to set to meet their financial performance metrics. The casino won't know for hours, by which time you're long gone from that machine. People who believe using their card makes them lose has an easy solution. Stop using your card. Boom. Done. But often these players don't want to stop talking about how players' cards make them lose, even after listening to 4 answers as to why not, because they like talking about it. It's kind of like having a love of conspiracy theories. It's an occupation where the point isn't to get an answer to a concern. To conspiracy theorists, Lady Di was assassinated and is currently living in hiding. Both. Equally. Yet you can stop worrying about it by not using your card, unless you think facial recognition from ceiling surveillance cameras works. They don't, by the way, but people think they do, which is often how good security works. Just saying. Improve your slots performance in 30 days or less with my 30 days to play slots smarter and win. You'll also get 3 free valuable bonuses, including 1 month free membership to my Slots Enthusiast Growth Network, where you'll get community support and accountability. Visit ProfessorSlots.com/30days to learn more about these free bonuses, course content, and testimonials from participants. In the next segment of the show, I'm answering your slots questions. Knight asks, what denomination is best to bet on slots? Well, there's data available for that. States that offer return statistics by slot machine denomination are Colorado, Connecticut, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nevada, and South Dakota. When I've gone to examine these twice so far, both times half the states had 1 low-limit denomination that was highest, and the other 3 had 1 high-limit denomination that was highest. While it can happen, it's a myth that returns always improve by denomination amount. Penny slots are certainly the worst, almost always, but every denomination is what the casino wants it to be. For instance, as of February 2022, all casinos on the Las Vegas Strip have chosen 5-cent machines to have the best odds for the prior month, 3 months, and 12 months. It's their choice, folks. Thanks for the question, Knight. To leave a question yourself and get an answer on the show, use 702-90-SLOTS. That's 702-907-5687. Text messages are fine. In the next segment of the show, I provide a brief overview of the current state of gambling in a U.S. state, territory, or the federal district, emphasizing its gaming industry for slots enthusiasts. Let's go over Alaska's gaming industry. Alaska slot machine casino gambling exists in the form of Class II electronic gaming machines at community bingo halls. Many locations also offer pull tabs. Cruise ships offer onboard casinos when cruising in international waters. The minimum legal gambling age in Alaska depends upon gambling activity. For pull tab sites, it's 21. For bingo, it's 19. And for poker rooms, the lottery, and pari-mutuel wagering, it's not available. In 1960, the state legislature established a law allowing charitable fundraising events to offer games of skill. With this statute in place, the Federal Indian Gaming Regulatory Act of 1988 allows tribes to offer Class II electronic games as well as other games of skill such as pull tabs. Next up is a short statement about slot machine private ownership, which I have included in case you live in this U.S. state and are considering owning a slot machine. Here it is. Private ownership of a slot machine in Alaska is legal if not offered as a gaming device used for real money gambling. Alaska does not have a state gaming commission, gaming control board, or state lottery. As established by federal law, the National Indian Gaming Commission regulates Alaska's Class II bingo-style gaming facilities through the IGRA. These community bingo halls also offer bingo-style gaming machines and pull-tab games, a type of paper-based lottery card, recognized in 1960 by a state statute as a skill-based game. In this section, I discuss Alaska's gambling establishments. In Alaska, there are a handful of tribal community bingo halls as well as several international cruise ships making seasonal visits to Alaska's coastal cities. The largest community bingo hall is Mick Gaming Hall, having bingo-style electronic games and pull tabs. There are no land-based commercial casinos in Alaska, but international cruise ships visit. These ships have onboard casinos open to passengers while cruising in international waters. 4 community halls in Alaska offered by tribes include bingo, pull tab games, or both. Another 3 tribal community halls offer bingo only. As usual, when there are too many gambling sites to mention here, a complete list along with a casino map are on my webpage for the state at professorslots.com/AK. As an alternative to enjoying Alaska slot machine casino gambling, consider exploring casino options in a nearby state or country. Bordering Alaska is Chance's Prince Rupert Casino in British Columbia is 50 miles from Ketchikan and has 100 slot machines and 12 table games. Visiting cruise ships are in the ports of Anchorage by Crystal Cruises and the Port of Juneau by Royal Caribbean International. As is typical in most states with Class II gaming, Alaska has no theoretical payout limits set, nor are return statistics publicly available. Improve your slots performance in 30 days or less with my 30 days to play slots smarter and win. You also get 3 free valuable bonuses, including 1 month free membership to my Slots Enthusiast Growth Network, where you'll get community support and accountability. Visit professorslots.com/30 days to learn more about the free bonuses, course content, and testimonials from participants. The next episode of the Professor Slots podcast will include another slots-related topic, a slots Q&A for your enjoyment, and a review of the slots industry in the U.S. territory of American Samoa. To leave a slots question to be answered in an upcoming show, use 702-90-SLOTS. That's 702-907-5687 to leave a 3-minute or less voicemail message. And text messages are also fine. I'd love to be able to answer many slots questions during each episode, so text or call in those questions. That's the end of another great episode of the Professor Slots podcast. Thanks so much for listening. I plan to have the next episode come out very soon for you, where I'll have more amazing content for the show. Until the next episode, have fun, be safe, and make good choices. Bye.